Have you been wearing your mask, sanitizing? How about social distancing while in public? We urge you to continue adhering to the COVID-19 control protocols established by the Ministry of Health and Wellness. If you have COVID-19 and are quarantining at home, please ensure you follow the recommendations from the health professionals. Remember, your health is your greatest form of wealth, so do take care of yourself. We have a lot in store for you on today's show, so please stay with us.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Monday, January 11, 2021. The Maypen to Williamsfield leg of Highway 2000 is on track to be completed by October 2022. That's a word from Ivan Anderson, Managing Director of the National Road Operating and Constructing Company Limited, NROC. In an interview with the JIS, Mr. Anderson says the project, which started in 2020, is 38% complete.
We have now cleared through the entire alignment, so the contractor is now clear. In terms of land acquisition, we did more than 180 parcels of land were acquired. More than 60 houses were also acquired. We've relocated grades, which is a normal part of our operation. Relocated grades, compensated farmers for the crops that they had in the alignment. So right now the contractor is pushing through. So he has put through almost a full 28 kilometers. And he has now commenced doing drainage works, and he will start doing major structural bridge work in the next coming months.
The project forms part of the $12.9 billion Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project. It will extend the east-west leg of Highway 2000 by 28 kilometers from Maypen in Clarendon to Williamsfield in Manchester. The Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project will also build out the roadway between Harbourview in St. Andrew and Port Antonio in Portland. Work is now ongoing between Bull Bay and Yallus in St. Thomas. Government is aiming to expand the reach of the Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee brand internationally and increase production of coffee locally. To do this, Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries Floyd Green says he intends to facilitate a close working relationship among several stakeholders in the industry. They include the Jamaica Coffee Exporters Association and state agencies such as the Jamaica Agricultural Commodities Regulatory Authority and the Jamaica Promotions Corporation. Minister Green was delivering remarks at a virtual joint ceremony of the 3rd anniversary of Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee Day held last Friday. It celebrates Jamaica's strong bilateral partnership with Japan and the increasing prominence of the coffee on the international market. The Japanese market accounts for roughly 70% of Jamaica's coffee exports. With that in mind, Minister Green says focus will also be placed on the partnership with the Association of Japanese Importers of Jamaican Coffee and the local Embassy of Japan. Overall, he says that while coffee recorded an increase of 12% last year, the aim is to get to 31% by 2025. The Agriculture Minister says a number of steps will be taken to ensure this happens. They include the expansion of local nurseries so that farmers have clean and climate-resilient planting material. The ministry will also provide greater technical support to farmers and processors, explore new markets, and ensure that coffee farmers get a fair price for their product. Needy students of West Kingston are recipients of tablet computers valued at $500,000. The devices were donated by Imaging and Intervention Associates and handed over recently. Local government minister and member of parliament for West Kingston, Desmond McKenzie, expressed thanks, saying this adds to similar donations from other private and government entities. To date, he says over 200 tablets have been distributed to children in communities across the constituency.
We have gotten tablets through the Ministry of Education. We have gotten assistance from various individuals who believes that education is a key to the success of these youngsters.
Founding partner and consultant radiologist at Imaging and Intervention Associates, Dr. Dwayne Chambers, says the desire to assist the needy children with their educational development prompted his organization to provide the tablets.
We couldn't think of a better way in these challenging times to contribute in a small part to further the education or continue with the education of the one of the most vulnerable populations in our community. So we are happy to help in the small way that we can, and we certainly hope that it will help in furthering the education of our children.
The St. Catherine Health Department is now offering free COVID-19 testing from its mobile unit to residents in the parish. Senior Medical Officer of Health for St. Catherine, Dr. Francia Prosper Chen, says the testing is part of ongoing community sensitizations to reduce the spread of the virus. She says the team will be in Central Village on January 12 and 13 at the Health and Community Centers, then at the Eltham Park High School on January 16 and 17. Dr. Chen is encouraging residents to cooperate with the health team in their areas and adhere to the COVID-19 protocols of hand washing, sanitizing, wearing a mask, and social distancing. She says the community intervention of the health department is necessary as St. Catherine continues to see an increase in the number of confirmed cases. As of January 10, the parish has recorded 2,830 COVID cases, second only to Kingston and St. Andrew. Overall, the country has recorded 13,637 total COVID-19 cases and 313 deaths, the latest one confirmed on January 10. There are 1,659 active cases, while 11,506 persons have recovered. Government's 3 Million Trees in 3 Years initiative has gained a new partner. The National Road Operating and Constructing Company Limited, NROC, has joined the program, planting 480 trees. The tree planting exercise got underway on Saturday at Treadways in St. Catherine along a section of the North-South Highway, which is managed by NROC. Managing Director Ivan Anderson says the tree planting is part of a pilot project that the company hopes to replicate along 60 hectares of the nation's toll roads.
NROC has been constructing toll roads for the past 20 years, and we have built more than 100 kilometers of toll roads. When you build, obviously you then impact on the environment by removing existing trees. So as part of the project, we gave a commitment to put back trees that were lost, and not just put back trees, but put back additional trees over and above those which are taken out.
As part of the process, the forestry department requires us to maintain the trees over at least a 3-year period until the forest is established. And then they will go into what they call their routine maintenance.
The tree planting exercise was supported by the Forestry Department and the Rotaract Club of the University of the West Indies Mona campus. And finally, motorists using the Savage Pen Road in St. Andrew are being asked to expect delays during the course of this week. The Savage Pen Road is the prospective alternative route to Gordontown Road, which has been impassable since November due to a breakaway. The National Works Agency, NWA, says the work being carried out on a narrow section of the roadway does not allow for the passage of 2 vehicles. It includes earthworks, which are almost complete, as well as the construction of drainage and retaining walls and pavement works. The NWA says a substantial amount of the construction work should be completed by January 18. In the meantime, the agency is advising motorists to exercise caution and obey the instructions of flag persons and posted warning signs. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
To properly carry out a hand rub, apply a palmful of the product in your cupped hand, covering all surfaces. Rub your hands palm to palm. Rub your right palm over the back of your left hand with interlaced fingers and vice versa. Rub your hands palm to palm with fingers interlaced. Rub the back of your fingers to opposing palms with fingers interlocked. Rotationally rub backwards and forwards the clasped fingers of your right hand in your left palm and vice versa. Once your hands are dry, they are now safe.
Marked reduction in serious crimes, increased crime-fighting resources, and improved accommodations for law enforcement. Catch these and other achievements in the Ministry of National Security in 2020 next.
Boosting capacity, improving technology, strategies developed by the Ministry of National Security to strengthen the security forces' capabilities in 2020.
But if we're going to hold the police accountable, we must in fact equip them effectively and in a modern way.
And so said, so done. In 2020, the response and mobility of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, was greatly enhanced with 107 new pickup trucks valued at approximately $700 million.
These vehicles are equipped with tracking systems that will allow for greater visibility of the deployment of these assets, as well as greater accountability and fleet management.
Another 43 retrofitted compact sports utility vehicles, valued at approximately $270 million, were assigned to various police stations. This is part of the project Rebuild, Overhaul and Construct ROC.
It is imperative that securing our maritime space is enhanced as a key feature of our national security architecture.
And so in July, a Daman patrol vessel was commissioned into service.
In addition to the mobility, we have a whole new formation devoted to technology.
This includes the build-out of the 119 Police Emergency Control Center to monitor up to 2,000 closed-circuit television cameras.
It improves efficiency, because you can get real-time monitoring. It also improves evidence you gather, because when you get evidence this way, you get a greater cooperation from witnesses.
Furthering that effort, servers for the Jamaica Eye Surveillance System were expanded to accommodate 1,000 additional video feeds. More support came by way of a MOU with the Jamaica Gasoline Retailers Association. This allows the police to access feed from public-facing cameras at gas stations.
Very significant state development of the Jamaica Eye program, a very critical part of the surveillance activity of our police force.
The microwave data network was also updated to improve connectivity among police stations. The JCF's computer-aided dispatch system was also upgraded and expanded. And officers were equipped with 100 smart Android devices and portable printers to issue electronic traffic tickets. This was part of the $40 million upgrade of the traffic ticket management system. To further strengthen capacity, 589 new constables joined the force and 1,647 Jamaica National Service Corps members received certification. In addition, 25 JDF members were trained to use the unmanned aerial systems drone. 66 officers and instructors at the Jamaica Combined Cadet Force were trained in competency-based education, while a MOU was signed with Excelsior Community College to provide a bachelor's degree course for staff of the ministry. The Ministry of National Security placed a major focus on renovating or constructing new police stations, barracks and training facilities last year. Ground was broken for police stations in Green Acres, Port Maria and Mount Salem. Renovation was carried out on other stations, while the $91.8 million Port Antonio Divisional Headquarters was completed and commissioned. Over in St. Elizabeth, the Tranquility Bay Training Camp was refurbished at a cost of $139 million. $500 million was used to retrofit the JCF's Specialized Operations Branch at Harmon Barracks.
This government is committed to improving the working conditions of the police force and to providing the police with adequate resources to fight the criminal network.
Another $500 million was spent on the multipurpose building for the Jamaica National Service Corps at Up Park Camp, and the renovated Cannonball Gate to the JDF property was opened in July. The Ministry of National Security maintained a firm grip on crime in 2020, resulting in reductions in most major crimes. Under the Get the Guns campaign, approximately 583 assorted illegal firearms were seized. Meanwhile, gangs were dismantled and convictions secured for major facilitators of crime and their conspirators. The Ministry of National Security suspended all states of public emergency in August and imposed new zones of special operations in the Greenwich Town and Augusttown communities while continuing existing ones in Mount Salem and Denham Town. Social intervention continued under the Live Good initiative, as well as the Citizen Security and Justice Program, CSJP.
The JCF has to be a force for good. And so everything we do has to be to the betterment of the people we serve.
The police plays a primary role in the area of violence and crime, and a very strong supportive role in fighting the COVID disease.
When COVID-19 reached our shores in March, the security forces responded quickly to help contain its spread. Officers maintained law and order during nightly curfews and enforced quarantine measures in affected communities. Protective gears and other items were donated to ensure their safety.
The need for protective gear for both the community members as well as the workers who have been involved is very significant.
Measures were also put in place at correctional facilities to protect staff, wards, and inmates. Senator Matthew Samuda was given oversight responsibility for the Department of Correctional Services DCS following former Minister of State Rudyard Spencer's resignation from representational politics in February. Before leaving, Mr. Spencer secured full scholarships for inmates and officers to access degree programs. The agreement was signed with the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean UCC and Stand Up for Jamaica. Following the path, Minister Samuda signed a MOU facilitating the placement of ex-wards and ex-inmates in entrepreneurial programs offered by the Heart NSTA Trust. Wards will also transition from correctional facilities into the HOPE program after their release from state care, while officers will be trained to provide certified courses. Meanwhile, a new multipurpose classroom was constructed at the South Camp Juvenile Remand and Correctional Center.
You will see continued efforts and continued steps in this direction as we improve our rehabilitation efforts.
Through continued partnership, the ministry was able to secure a multifunctional tractor for farming purposes and constructed 2 broiler units to make the institutions self-sufficient in food production.
It should communicate to the country that there are some steps that we're taking. We're bringing down the cost of operation in very tight economic times.
Dr. Horace Chang was reappointed as head of the Ministry of National Security following the September general elections. He will continue to drive policies, programs, and legislation to build out a strong, effective, and efficient combined security forces.
That is the commitment of this government to the people of Jamaica.
Nutritious food, succulent dishes, superior workmanship, and excellent service. Jamaica is on the go. Let's grow what we eat and eat what we grow. Let's harness the indomitable spirit of our most valued resource, our people. Let's support our local businesses. After all, buying Jamaican means building Jamaica.
It's a new year. Watch this next feature to learn a new way of communicating.
Some things we may say. No. Thank you. Goodbye. Excuse me.
Hello? I'm sorry.
Wanna play? What's up? Stop. What's the Wi-Fi password?
Come. Wait. Where's the bathroom? What's your name?
Drink. Water. What's the name of your school? Where's the town?
Taxi, bus park, shop.
How to get a deaf person's attention. Don't shout at me. Don't throw anything at me. That's dangerous. You can walk beside me and touch me on my shoulder lightly, or you can wave at me. If I'm in a room, you can flicker the lights.
Maintain eye contact. Ensure you're looking directly at the person you're speaking with. Try not to let your eyes wander. Also, it's best to communicate in a room that has good lighting. If it's too dark, communication will be difficult.
Please, make sure you don't have anything in your hands when you're talking to me.
If you cannot sign, you can write, draw, show a picture, or text.
Another way you can communicate with me is by using gestures. You can use your body and your hands to speak. For example, if you don't know the sign for bus, you could use this sign. If you don't know the sign for stop, you could use this gesture.
A first-class justice system demands first-class facilities, and they are being provided.
2020 came and went, but brought with it many achievements from the Ministry of Justice. The Legal Aid Council increased its capacity to deliver justice to Jamaicans. More technology was incorporated into the system, and court cases were cleared more than ever. Join us on January 12 when we'll have those stories and more coming out of the Ministry of Justice for 2020.
And from here on, we're making another step forward to a better and peaceful Jamaica.
Practice good hygiene by washing your hands frequently using soap and water. Here's how you should do it while conserving water. Turn on the tap to wet your hands, then turn off the pipe. Lather your hands and the tap with soap. Turn on the tap and wash your hands, back, front, and in between fingers. Use some of the water to wash off the tap, then turn it off. Dry your hands with disposable hand towels. If you don't have running water, use a hand rub containing 62% or more alcohol. If hand sanitizers are not available, rubbing alcohol, Dettol, white rum, or household bleach will do the trick. And if all else fails, let hand washing and the handling of potable water be a two-person event. Each person will take turns pouring and washing hands with sitting water. Now is a good time to consider installing a tap on your containers to reduce the risk of water contamination. Faucets can be easily attached to drums, buckets, or 5-gallon water bottles. And to ensure that the outside of the containers are clean when recapping, disinfect it with hand rub containing alcohol that's 62% or more. The 5 R's of water conservation are also necessary to practice. Reduce water wastage by investing in water-saving devices. Reuse water at least twice before discarding. Replace leaking pipes, faucets, and other plumbing equipment. Recycle wastewater and use it for gardening, car washing, or cleaning of public spaces. And reclaim water through rainwater harvesting. We all must play our part to ensure there's water to combat the coronavirus and stave off prolonged drought.
And that's all the time we have left on this station. Be sure to join us again tomorrow around about the same time. We are available at your leisure online. There's our website, our YouTube channel, our pages on all the major social media platforms, or you may download our mobile app from your smartphone's app store. On behalf of the entire team here at the JIS, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Thanks for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.